Hi, my name's Paulette and I live in Campbell, California. I'm going to describe a fun learning experience I had when I was in my early 30s. It was a skills class to learn to play hockey. It was held at the San Jose Ice Center, it still is. This is an ice rink where the San Jose Sharks practice today. There's 4 sheets of ice, and although they do have birthday parties and figure skating lessons, I think of this rink strictly in hockey terms. The class usually had about 30 students. It was adults only. There were men and women and adults of all ages. There's usually about 3 instructors per class. Some weeks there might be 4, some weeks they might be, 3, but typically let's just say 3. The instructors all loved hockey, and they were our models. They would demonstrate on a whiteboard, and then they would show us the drills, and we would just, stand in awe and watch these guys do amazing things on the ice. The class wasn't about scrimmaging or learning the game itself. It was about the skills that go into playing hockey. So each week it was totally different and completely unexpected. You'd be completely surprised by what they would come up with. So it was always novel and extremely challenging. They'd have us do things like slide on our stomachs or jump over the lines or jump up and hit the board. We'd work in teams sometimes, like 4 people, or doing like the Russian box, or 3 people doing maybe a breakout drill, or 2 just passing the puck back and forth. And then again, a lot of individual drills. The drills were never competitive. They were always very cooperative. So it was very low stress, a lot of fun. I made a lot of friends in that class. We'd often chat before getting on the ice or after getting on the ice, or after getting off the ice. And many times we'd go out to breakfast afterwards. There's one instructor that I remember very clearly. His name was Jim, and he was very scary. None of the instructors really joked, made light of what we were doing, but this guy was just plain scary. And I think I pushed myself harder because I was afraid of his wrath if I didn't accomplish whatever task he prescribed to us. I knew that this activity was in a static setting. I mean, it wasn't like, outdoors, like with soccer where it might be raining one day or windy or whatever. But there were a lot of sensory experiences involved. The sound of the skates on the ice and the sounds of the pucks hitting the boards, the smell of the propane after the Zamboni would smooth the ice before we'd start each class. So there's a lot of rich sensory experiences I associate with this class. I think that pretty much covers everything I want to tell you about this now. Just that I took the class over and over, and I have very happy memories, and I learned a lot.